Hey there, Hawk here, playing some Galactic Civilizations 3 today, and well, Galactic Civilizations 3 is a game where you just control a galactic civilization as it stands, for those who know, and so I will be just starting out with a normal civilization and teaching how things are, I guess, because as I realized there are not many educational sources on this game, and why not make one? So, I will be starting as humans, the Terran Alliance, well, humans basically, yeah. And they are pretty much normal. They do have some properties that increase their likability or increase their speed, the speed of their ships and everything, but yeah, those don't really provide anything. And the main thing is they do provide a survey ship from the start of the game, which really helps in exploring early up in the game, and so yeah, that's pretty much it about what humans provide to us. So, well, actually, before starting the galaxy, let's check out the victory options. So, in this game, you have 5 options, well, 6 options to win, but you will be going for one of the 5. So, Conquest is just the basic thing where you just dominate everyone and uh, get rid of every single big uh, enemy you have. So, every single civilization there is in here, those will be all your enemies, well, at least 6 of them if you're playing on a medium map. And influence victory option is when you just go and influence everyone, and you're not dominating everyone with your power, you're just influencing them and taking over uh, their planet by just getting them to their side because they want to join you. So research is where you need to research a specific technology. Like, I guess you need to research 4 or 5 technologies that are really advanced. So if you're going for that, you really need to research a lot. Like from the start of the game, you need to start going for a lot of laboratories and everything. Ascension. Ascension is where you control the ascension crystals, and you just you become ascended, as it says. And well, I don't really know how that works, but that it calculates your ascension points when you reclaim ascension crystals, and well, if you have a lot of ascension crystals around you, if you have 2 or 3 of them at least, you can go for that victory type. And alliance is where you're allied with every civilization there is in existence at that point. And tournament is basically if nobody gets any type of victory from there, you just go from your points, and whoever has the most points wins the game. So here we are in our galaxy, and this is where we start, Earth, next to our sun, Sol, and well, every single civilization has their own place there that they start like this. It never changes. Like, the map changes, but the main the main place you start, the name of your Earth, what your planet is, the name of your planet, I mean, and your sun never changes. That's always the same. And here is the whole galaxy. This hexagon with, if I can move, yeah. This is the hexagon of our galaxy, and everyone is in here, and well, our starting position isn't real nice because there's some space in there, but well, it could be worse. So, we start with our Earth, we start with a shipyard, because every every civilization starts with a shipyard in their capital, and here is our survey ship that we start with. So, survey ships are, to explain shortly, are ships that just go around, aren't really powerful, but can explore some anomalies and some space junk and everything around the area to earn us a little bit more gold from here. And well, that's basically what they do. They don't really provide anything else, but it's nice to have some of them because it means that you can start exploring the map easier uh, and well, you, as I said, gain some money and gain some different things from those space chunks and everything, and so we can just command them to start surveying around the area, and they should just go around, explore, and collect every space chunk that they find. And well, this is the area that they can go. If you select your ship, you can see the range of your ships. Because we have a medium map, well, that's pretty much smaller. Comparing it to the different map size in this game, like medium is the third smallest one, or even the second smallest one, I'm not sure. So we can travel everywhere in here, and if we have like one more planet in here somewhere, we can already like go everywhere on the map. So yeah, the range will not really be a problem for us. And yeah, as I already said, uh, we do have some just slightly increased range because of our civilization that we have. And so here we are with our tiny area, and basically to explain, there are solar systems as in everywhere, like as in the normal world, and we have a sun, we have a couple of planets around the area, and we can get those planets and start building on them. And those will be our colonies, and we will be just colonizing everywhere. That's basically what this game is about. And for example, we have in here 5 planets in the solar system. Mercury, it's a dead planet because it's way too close to the sun, so you cannot colonize that. Saturn is also dead because it's far away. Jupiter is also dead because it's far away. But Earth and Mars are on a good distance from the sun we have, and so those two are habitable. And for example, as you can see, Earth is a class 12 planet, which means it's pretty good. I think the highest class is 16 or 18 or something like that. And Mars is class 6, not great, but so colonizing it is not our first priority, but well, if we don't find any other planets with that TSA discovery, we may need to colonize that as well. Let's see. Here's our Earth. If we double click on it, we should enter it, and well, our map is always the same, but our uh, these different resources and everything always change. Every game they change, and as you can see, we do have quite a bit of resources in here for different things. So here, for example, arable land is a trade resource that provides food for us. That's pretty nice. Population and wealth can be useful. Arner spice are also trade resources, research and wealth as well. So those, as you can see, the green arrows then saying +2 level of research and +1 level of wealth means that if we make anything on these hexes next to them, they will be providing us with +1 of that, if that is that sort of a building. For example, if we make a laboratory in here, we will be getting +2 level of research thanks to this spice that we have. And well, if we, for example, place anything that provides us wealth, I mean, something like a bank or something, in here, in the middle of those two, those both will be providing +1 wealth, and we will be getting +2 levels of wealth from that. So checking these out and planning according to them can be pretty nice. And also the city capital provides with everything around it, so being this capital city being in here is pretty nice for us as well, because it has 2 tiles next to it. It could be better like here, but better than North America, I guess, because that would mean that we won't have any adjacent tiles, and we wouldn't be able to get the adjacency bonuses. And for example, we have a paradise in here, which shows us that +3 population will be given to us if we have something on those 2 tiles next to it, and +1 influence will be given if we build anything on it. So that's pretty nice. And this one, yeah, it doesn't have any adjacent tiles, so the +1 production population and +1 level 12 construction, yeah, that won't be really benefiting us. But here are the main things that our city has. Our, not city, but what was it called? Our colony has. Yeah. So, social construction is just building everything in here. The more social construction you have, the faster you build things on your colony. Research, the more research you have, the more research you can make. Like, that's just it. Net income, that's how much you earn from this colony each turn. So our income right now is 5.38, because we are earning a lot, some money, we are losing some money, and this net income, for example, is 22.38 because of our raw production, because of our capital city and everything. And with this, we multiply this with our tax rate, which is basically 25% at the start of the game, I believe. So we multiply this with 25%, and that gives us 7.38, and spending 2 money on that ship that we have, we end up with 5.38 net income weekly. So that's not great but because it's just the start of the game, it will really increase over time. Ship construction, I'll mention that when I go to the shipyard. Influence is how fast our borders grow, basically. Well, those aren't real borders, but in a few turns you'll see there will be a blue area around the city, then it will grow to 1 block further, then it will grow to 1 block further, and so on. And that's basically how you are influencing other civilizations, and how you will be getting their colonies if you want. Like, if you get enough influence points, you will be able to get their colonies by those influence areas and everything, so that's nice to have. And our food, well, that's just increasing our population capacity, yeah. Oh, there are so many things to talk about. So, resistance is how much you resist to enemy invasions in every way. Raw production is your production that's multiplied by some things and everything, and it gives you the social and ship construction. I'll mention more about that later. Approval is how much people are actually approving you. So building some different improvements, like some buildings and lowering your tax rate, and maybe some civilians that you will have, like there are a lot of things that can affect this. Your approval rate will rise or fall, and well, if you have a high approval rate, people will like you and everything will work much smoother. Your construction will be higher, your research will be higher, and your population growth will be higher. And here, as you can see, we have 10 billion population capacity, and we have 5 billion people right now living in this colony. And well, thanks to our moderate approval, we have plus 11% to our growth of our population. And colony assets, those are basically the citizens you have. I will talk about them, but much later. You won't have them in the very start of the game anyway, so we can talk about that later, as I said. Manufacturing queue, that's what you are producing and your queue of production, and here are the things that you can produce. So, there are some things that you will want to build early up in the game. There are some things that you will never build in the game, like aid economy in your capital. I don't think that you will be ever doing that, because like at the start of the game, especially at the start of the game, who really just wants 25 gold for your treasure when you can start quickly advancing? And so yeah, you will be using some of those, but some of those you will not be. Here, for example, we have a colonization center. Yeah, as you can see, improvement effect, all construction +3, your growth increases a little bit, and your population capacity increases. And so, for example, this could be nice because it, like, all construction, yeah, that's pretty nice. That's providing you with raw production, I believe. Pretty nice to have early up in the game. And there are some pretty nice research that you can do to get some more of those. So, for example, I'll build this colonization center in here because that will provide us with a lot of construction in just 5 turns. And for example, this one provides +1 level to population, and that also provides +2 levels to population. And so if we have anything else we want to build in the future for the population, we can just build it in here, and that will get +3 levels of population thanks to those two. And so those kinds of micromanagements are what really gives you the advantage in this game. So we just press build and wait 5 turns for that to finish. And well, the next thing we have is our research we need to do. So our research tree goes to 3 different, there are 4 different research trees in this game. As you can see, colonization, engineering, warfare, and culture. They are pretty self-explanatory. Colonization helps you colonize different planets faster, engineering helps you build different ships and, well, get some improvements to your colonies. Warfare just lets you make bigger and more powerful ships, and, well, that's just good for warfare. And culture, that is how you interact. That's mostly how you interact with other civilizations. For example, universal translator is one of the first things that people get, because that's how you will be able to communicate with different civilizations around the area. So yeah, early up in the game, you can go for whatever you want, actually. Well, warfare won't really benefit you, but the other 4, the other 3, yeah, those could be nice if you want something. So, just checking them out, I think the best one to go right now is Universal Translator. That will, well, actually really increase how we interact with the other civilizations we have around us, and, well, most probably it will benefit us in our influence. Like, as you can see, improvement effect +25 influence growth if we build a Galactic Council. I don't think we'll be building one of those, but yeah, that really does affect your influence, and early up in the game, influence could be nice, I believe. At least uh, having some influence early up in the game means that the other civilizations won't be attacking you all the time. So we will be going for that. And finally, our shipyard. So here's our shipyard that we started with, and here's our ship. You can just see how it is, what it is. And, well, this is basically where you build your ships. You have 4 ships at the start of the game and a couple of missions, usually one or at least one mission. And you can go for that mission if you don't have anything else to build, but early up in the game you can really build some nice things. And well, how do you build them? Here are 4 ships. Those all have different types of construction. For example, scouts and colony ships have 5 turns to construct. Constructors and explorers take 7 turns to construct. Yeah, and double clicking that means that you're constructing that way. Yeah, I really wanted to construct a colony ship, so colony ships let you colonize different planets. Constructors let you build shipyards and star bases. Scouts just are really fast ships that go around and explore the area, and explorers, I already mentioned them, they just also explore the area and then just can go and collect some things from around the area. And well, early up in the game, having a colony ship is pretty nice because uh, that ship will that ship will probably discover a nice planet in a short while, and after that I can just send that colony ship to colonize that planet instantly. That will mean that we will have twice as much growth in our civilization in every way. And before I forget, I mentioned that I will check this ship construction later because it's a little bit more complicated. So, ship construction, that's usually pretty same with your social construction at the start of the game. But then when you build some different things, it changes because some things improve your social construction, some things improve your ship construction, and what you want to improve really depends on what your strategy is. So, uh, your shipyards have sponsors, and well, sponsors are the planets that are sending in those ship manufacturing points. And well, for example, Earth has a ship production of 8.1 and 8.11, and so they are sending 8.11 points, and thanks to them being pretty close, we are getting all the 8.11 points, and that's how we are producing those ships. So you can uh, have 5 sponsors in here, and each sponsor will be sending their ship production points, and well, if they are in 6 block range, you will be getting all the ship production. If they are farther away, it will be decreasing based on the furtherness of the planets you are sending it from. But well, you can always modify this, and you can always just get your shipyard from here down below. You can unanchor it, you can move it somewhere, and you can anchor it again. And well, while it's anchored, it will be still producing the ships, and while it's unanchored, it will not be producing. But the main reason you are moving that is to get it closer to different planets and to get more ship production for that shipyard. So it's still, as I said, until it's like 6 blocks, it's still fine. 7 blocks, it's decreasing. It decreases your production. So 3 blocks is pretty nice, and it's just getting all the points, and so that shipyard can produce us some more ships. And I guess those are the basics. Just to get started, you need to know that, and well, next episode I will be talking a bunch more, as I'm usually doing, and I guess this will be it for this episode. I hope I'll see you later, and bye bye.